I can't even believe I'm going to ask this question. But is the Prime Minister of Israel actually dead? That question sounds like a conspiracy theory, but the Israeli government itself has been releasing videos that millions of people are calling AI generated, and for good reasons. And here's what makes this serious. This isn't coming from fringe accounts. This isn't a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory like thing. This is coming from journalists, political analysts, and everybody, normal day people who can see that something is wrong. And here's another thing that people are saying, that when a world leader disappears from public life, and the only proof that he's alive comes exclusively from his own government, that may not be transparency. That could be an information monopoly. And when governments control all of the narrative, history tells us it's time to pay attention. So today, we're going to look at these clips released by the government that people are saying are AI, and we're going to go into this, and we're going to break down the evidence, and then talk about something even more important than Netanyahu. We're going to talk about why deception always finds a home in the halls of power, why the only anchor in a world full of deepfakes and managed narratives is truth. So hit that like button. Let's get this out to more people, and let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. First, the story.
Well, is Bibi dead? That is what a lot of people are wondering after a series of looks like AI-generated videos were released after speculation that Bibi was dead. These are basically proof of life videos that the government of Israel has been releasing. The Prime Minister's office itself has been releasing these videos. We're going to go over those videos and point by point break down what is suspicious in each of them, but let's talk about what led to the speculation to begin with. So essentially, it was reported by the Iranians that they had killed or at least struck Bibi Netanyahu, so Benjamin Netanyahu, as well as there was reports that his brother, Ido, had also been killed, that basically they had struck the family home or Netanyahu's office. And in that strike, Netanyahu himself was taken out, either wounded or killed.
Did you hear about this? Let me know in the comments, because honestly, I don't think I heard about this until recently. And apparently this was like March 2nd, March 3rd.
That his brother was also wounded or killed. They'd also reported that the head of Mossad, David Barnea, was also killed. They've also reported that Ben-Gvir was also, he's the Minister of National Security, that he was also taken out, and Tomar Bar, the Air Force commander. These rumors started circulating after the Iranians said, yep, we took them out. Now, we also hear from the Israelis, all of the people that they claim to take out on the Iranian side and with Hamas and all of these. And so the Iranians were doing the same thing. But of course, the Israelis adamantly claimed that this was not true. The only problem was we weren't really seeing Netanyahu. We weren't really getting, he would kind of disappeared. And so then the question was, well, if he's alive and if they're lying, then show us he's alive.
So let's stop right there, and we're going to look at these videos together here in a minute, because I want you to make up your own mind. I'm not here to tell you what to believe in the situation, but it is making headlines. It is spreading that it might be true. I mean, she said it plain, like, Benjamin Netanyahu, is he dead? And if he is or not, just, well, if he's alive, just show us he's alive. That is the most basic standard of accountability for any public leader. Now, before we go further, I want to give you some context that makes this even more significant, because Iran didn't just claim that they struck Netanyahu. They claimed they took out several high-ranking Israeli officials in the same window of time. Ben-Gvir, as she said, Israel's Minister of National Security, one of the most publicly visible politicians in the Israeli government, constantly in front of cameras, press statements, social media, security operation. He has not been independently seen in public since approximately that March 1st through March 3rd window. And then David Barnea, okay, him, director of Mossad. Now, he's not typically in public. That's the nature of his job. But he was also named in the Iranian claim, so we don't really know. I mean, he's not normally in public as it is. So there's that one, but he was named in it. And then you have Tomar Bar, commander of the Israeli Air Force. He had been seen earlier in March flying missions. Then, silence. And Ido Netanyahu, Benjamin's brother, who's a physician and public speaker, Iran claimed that he was killed in that as well. And by the way, I got to catch myself. For whatever reason, I made a habit of saying Iran. It's Iran. I got to say it right. I don't want to say it wrong, especially if I'm going to be speaking like this. So I'm going to try to do better. I just caught myself. It's Iran, not Iran. But Ido, Netanyahu, he's already has a low profile as well, so his absence doesn't prove much on its own. But here's what matters. Look at who is still appearing publicly. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, he's visible. Finance minister, Bezalel, I can't say half these names, I'll be honest with you. But there's other people that are involved with the Israeli government that Iran did not say that they were struck, and they're all visible. The officials Iran didn't claim to target are still showing up to meetings and giving press conferences. The ones Iran did claim to target have not been independently verified in public since early March. Now, again, I'm not telling you that Netanyahu's dead. I'm not telling you these men were killed. What I am saying is, when every piece of evidence comes exclusively from the government being accused of the cover-up, that is not proof. It's a controlled narrative, and that matters regardless of what's true. So I'm going to let Kim finish up this clip real quick, and then we're going to look at these videos together so we can make up our own mind of what's going on.
The last time that we did really see him truly was March 2nd. Netanyahu had visited the site of a Iranian ballistic missile strike in Bet Shemesh. That was the last time we saw him. Watch this.
Right now in one of the locations that was attacked, you can see just behind me, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has visited this place. You can see Netanyahu, in fact, visiting this particular location out here.
Okay, so this was filmed March 1st or 2nd. That is what, well, sorry, this was filmed March 2nd. The strike happened March 1st or March 2nd, and then Netanyahu shows up. So probably the strike happened March 1st. Netanyahu's there March 2nd. Then the report is from the Iranians that they had struck and killed potentially him and his brother and others at his house. They claim that they struck his home on March 2nd. So that would have been after the visit to this location. That evening or the next day, the Iranians claimed they struck his house and his office. And that is really the last time we've seen Netanyahu until now, with these supposed videos of him that look kind of like AI. There was another report we did hear about. They claimed that Netanyahu had visited the National Health Command Center on March 9th, but those only came from verified, official government, the government photographer. That has not come from any other independent sources. This video here that we just watched was from an Indian reporter, an Indian news channel, and that's an outside source outside of the government of Israel. We have not seen, I can't stress this enough, we have not seen Benjamin Netanyahu outside of official government release except on March 2nd, the day that he toured this site here. And then later that night or the next day, the Iranians claimed they got him.
And you're going to see also in a little bit video of these meetings that typically he's in, but he's not there. See that in a second.
We have not seen him since. Then suddenly we end up with these AI videos that were released. This one was released March 12th. And then yesterday we got him at a coffee shop, chilling like as if, he's
like
just sipping coffee on a coffee break while all the rest of the high level government officials are in security meetings and Netanyahu's having coffee. And then we get another video today from apparently that same exact visit that he was, he's out having coffee and chit-chatting with girls. And we will go over the inconsistencies in these videos that really do showcase that they're probably AI.
And that's what we're going to do next. And I got Asmongold to do it because he does a great job of just breaking things down and getting right to it. So I just want to say that Kim Iverson just told you what millions of people are already saying. These videos that you're going to see right now look AI. But like I said, I don't want to just tell you about it. I want you to see it because what's coming next is the footage the whole internet has been talking about. And you're going to have to watch it for yourself. So here we go.
Rumors circulating on social media about Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's status are unconfirmed. We urge citizens to rely on verified updates. Efforts are underway to establish contact. Just an Israeli Prime Minister. Proof of life after people.
Hey, I just, what he just said there, that post, I mean, you can check that, but I'm pretty sure I heard that that post itself was deleted, and then these other videos started showing up.
Theorized that he was dead.
אני מת על קפה, אתה
True.
יודע מה? אני מת על העם שלי.
So look
אתה
at
רוצה
that.
לספור
Look at
מספר
that coffee.
אצבעות? אתה יכול להראות
I
לנו?
want
Yeah,
y'all to
watch
keep
this.
in mind the coffee and the nose.
פה.
See that?
יפה מאוד. לחיים. אתה חושב של המסר לאנשים שיוצאים ומתאווררים? לצאת להתאוורר.
You better listen. This is the
וגם
president of the
לראשי
United States of
ערים.
America.
להיות-
So this video to prove that he was alive is fake. This video is also AI pointing at the coffee not spilling, lifts the coffee cup. Not a single drop of coffee spills from the cup. Later takes a
Weird.
big sip. The coffee cup is still full to the brim. This is more AI than the 6-finger video. Oh my God. This is not Netanyahu. 24,000 likes. Bibi deepfake fail. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Wait,
Watch him
what's
drink that.
this? Like it just cut. You just cut.
Oh, and that's a big deal. Like when you hear him talking about cutting video, it's because a lot of AI generators that people use, they can only make like 3-second to maybe 8-second long videos. And so each one has to cut. Like, so if you can show an 8-second long video and then it cuts. Can still look like the same scene, but they can only generate up to like 8-second long videos or something like that. So you're going to hear him say that, and that's why.
You cut it. Now, I do have very bad news. There have now been 2nd, 3rd, and 4th AI pictures generated that further corroborate the lie that Benjamin Netanyahu is still alive. There's another image of him again with the nose. It's a little bit different. Uh-oh. And then you see him again. I've got a feeling, gentlemen. What are we doing here? We're trying to figure out whether Israel and America are coordinating a psyop to make us believe that the Prime Minister of Israel is still alive when he was in fact killed by a hypersonic ballistic missile sent by Iran. That's really where we're at. So this is the new
And here's the next one. Here's the next video.
video that everybody now thinks is once again fake.
פה עם שיר ושיר.
True. So
תודה, תודה לכם. תודה לכם. טוב? קצת לספוג שמש.
I mean,
תנו לכם.
you know, these are really short clips.
של מי הכלב?
What did
Is
they
this
not get the pro version for Gemini? The AI walk?
אתה זוכר? קוראים לו גיא.
הוא היה זה היה במטוס. אוקיי, תמסרו לו הודעה.
That's another cut.
איזה יופי.
Uh-oh.
שלום.
Uh-oh.
כמה צעדים
Why is
מכם,
the
נכון?
background so blurry?
זה הכי חשוב.
Nobody knows why. Well, actually, somebody does. The man from Pakistan in the comment section knows why. The thing is, it's fake as... Well, I don't know, guys. Ring disappear... Wait a sec.
Now, yeah, so what he's going to say here. So before he says this, like, because this is, it's the only proof I need, really, this is AI, because this does not make sense to me. But in that last one, I mean, what do you think about the coffee? He lifts it up and it's full to the brim and literally no spillage. It doesn't spill at all. Then he takes a sip and it's still full. That's not a camera angle or lighting. That looks like something that maybe AI. Now watch what happens with this ring.
And ring disappears at 10...
It's gone.
יצאתם להתעורר? קצת. יפה מאוד. תראה, ירושלים יש. יצאתם להתעורר.
It's gone right there. Disappeared.
פה עם שיר ושיר.
26 seconds. Okay, here we go. We're going to put this on maximum quality. Okay, there's the ring. I'm going to track it with the mouse.
It's just gone.
It looks very suspicious. All right? It's just simply video artifacts. Yeah, but wouldn't that be what you would say if you got caught? It's kind of weird that the ring
Right.
disappears when his hand moves. What are the
Right there.
odds of that? God damn. And so everybody is calling this out now. Netanyahu might genuinely be dead. This is the second likely
That's
AI
so
video
wild.
of him in just 2 days they've posted. 2026 is wild. So everybody thinks this video's fake. And Netanyahu missed another meeting.
Yeah. Missed another meeting. Also, I want you to know that his ring disappears and his outfit is the same jacket, same everything. Multiple supposed separate appearances, but nothing changes. And then you have these missed meetings.
Oh my God. So he's not at a second meeting, and he posted another video that people think is AI. This one is same jacket, same height, didn't change any clothes. Mossad AI generated Netanyahu. Yes, they're using Israel GPT in order to maintain this facade. So there we go, guys. That's another one.
It's wild. What a world we live in, my friends. He's missing these meetings, these high-level meetings in a time of war that he'd normally be physically present at. Instead, he's hanging out at a coffee shop, drinking this weird coffee that doesn't actually go down. It's just like never-ending coffee, I guess. I don't know. And then these inconsistencies with the ring and the AI rendering and all that. I mean, what we're watching in real time is the possibility that a sitting world leader, the one of Israel of all places, may have been killed. And a nuclear-armed government with billions in diplomatic relationships and an active war on multiple fronts may be using artificial intelligence to maintain the appearance that nothing has changed. Now, I want to be careful here. We don't know that. I cannot confirm it from where I'm at right now. I really can't. But here's what we can say. When the only source of truth is the party with the most to lose if the truth gets out, you might not have the truth at all. Just managed perception, what he called a psyop. And this is not new. Governments have been doing this for thousands of years. Pharaoh managed his image. Caesar managed his narrative. Kings controlled the scribes, and empires controlled by the messengers. The technology is not new, and the technology is new, but the deception is ancient. So where does that leave us? Well, in a world where AI can generate a world leader sipping coffee, allegedly, in a world where governments release proof of life videos that look like they were made with a free trial, in a world where people are supposed to tell you the truth, maybe the last ones who actually will, where do you put your trust? Where do we build our life on and what we can believe is right and wrong? This is not a political question. It's a spiritual one. And the Bible speaks directly to it from Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5, where it says, "Cursed is the man who trusts in man and makes flesh his strength, whose heart departs from the Lord." So it's saying, don't put your trust in man. Don't make your flesh your strength. Because in 2 verses later, it says, "But blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is the Lord." There it is. That's the truth. The contrast is not between good governments and bad governments. The contrast is between trusting human power and trusting God at his word. Every empire will fall. Every narrative will eventually collapse. Every deep fake video that's made, we're going to find out. It's going to be exposed. But the word of God, it's never generated anything fake. It has never released a proof of life video because it doesn't have to. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He doesn't disappear from public life. He doesn't miss meetings. He is not managed by a government photographer. He is alive for real. Not because a prime minister's office said so either, but because there is an empty tomb. That is what says so. He literally rose from the dead because 500 people witnessed him, said so. They saw him alive because history could not contain him. Jesus, this is what these whole videos all are about. I mean, honestly, like Benjamin Netanyahu, this war for Iran. I mean, again, this world is shaking. The foundation of this world is shaking constantly. But I know where we can put our faith, where we can build our life, and it is on Jesus Christ. So this is what I want to say to anyone watching this video, who has been shaken by what you're seeing in this world. The chaos around you is not evidence that God has lost control. It's evidence that we live in a fallen world that desperately needs a Savior. His name is Jesus Christ, not a political party, not a nation state, not an algorithm, but Jesus. So if you've never surrendered your life to him, why wait? Come on, pick up the Bible. Read about Jesus in the Gospel of John, what he said, what he did. Read about the Christian faith and the very real sins from Ephesians. Pick it up, pick the Bible up. Just read the Bible, parts of it in the New Testament, and watch it. Make today the day you give your life to Christ. Not because the world is scary, but because you realize how worthy he is. Turn from your sin. Follow God. Follow Jesus Christ. Believe that he rose from the dead because he loves you. Surrender your life to him because because that is the only truth that no deep fake can touch. That's my Jesus. That's our Jesus. He's the Savior, and he loves you. So let me know what you think in the comments, my friend. This is wild. I had to bring it out. I had to talk about it. Like I said, don't say I'm saying that he's Benjamin Netanyahu who died. I'm just bringing up what everybody's talking about and then using it as an excuse to talk about deception and the truth in Jesus. So we'll see you next time, my friends. Hit that like button. Let's get this out there to more people. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Truth Be Told. I'd love to have you with me along on this journey. We'll see you next time. Truth Be Told.